Kids like me should have teachers who understand us. Like when I am having a really bad day, do not expect me to do everything right. Some people might end up being famous and leave you in the dust. Second, when I'm having a really bad day and I'm talking to my friends, you will think that I'm making noise. And they're like, why are you making noise? I'll be like, I'm stressed, I'm trying to calm myself down. That's my reason. And why exactly do you do that? Like, ask people like for complicated stuff, like they just mute. When you put potential fear on me, how will I react? By just being quiet. Because I'm afraid something might slip from my mouth. And why do they do that? For exactly ask you such a hard question, like you're depending on your grade. Like when you're asked, what's 4 times 4? Some of them might say 8. If you say 16, then they will give you a gift. But when it's just one person got that correct answer, even if you weren't taught and you knew, and they're not giving you anything, then why did you give the other person that? Why? Because for an example, I might be like tired, and I know just maybe all of that work I know, and I just finished. All of it is correct, and I'm sleeping because I'm tired. Wake me up when you see my book instead of shouting at me. So by the way, if you wake me up at that particular time, when I'm just really like tired and I have already finished your work, just do not wake me up. When you're finished with the lesson, do not repeat. Do not wake me up. It's really annoying. Like when you finished your work quickly, and when you finished your work quickly, and your teacher is just waking you up to shout at you, I wouldn't wake up. I'll just take my book like this, open it to the page, then show the teacher I'm finished.
What are the reasons?
What are the reasons that they should be understood?
Mm-hmm.
Like for an example, my teacher.
Mm-hmm.
She has a friend, so usually she talks to her like to get all things off her chest, like she's overworked or something. Overworked, and her friends understand him or her. Yeah, so that's the same thing with us. When you're talking to a friend when you're talking to a friend, or what you grown-ups might call it, making noise. Like when you're really just overworked and you're just feeling tired and you just want to get more energy from you, or just be relieved of being stressed or being sad, you go to your friends for help. So that's the same thing with you, and we do it. It's not making noise. It's for our comfort. And if you think it's annoying, then tell us to keep it down a little bit, politely, not like, hey, nyamaza! Not that loudly. It's really disturbing. But we say nothing, since we are used to you.
Okay.
So what I really don't like is when I'm like sitting here being quiet. When you involve other people, like students, when you involve other people in a mistake and it's not their fault, and you start punishing them for what? If you are a teacher in this, watching this, why do you punish other people for someone else's mistake? Yeah, when someone gets rewarded something like a sweet, and you go and steal it. For an example, you'll buy for the whole class and you won't get any. And that's like being, hiyo ni kama huruma. When you actually do that, it's just really disturbing, because the other way to solve it is to like beat all of the other children, or even not even children, people in class 6, 7. This applies to you too. Why do they punish you who's watching this video right now, for someone else's current mistake? Yeah, because it's just really weird to do that. Like you're like waking up, stub your toe, and your toe, like a bad day is when you wake up early in the morning, stub your toe, the thing that you balance on while running like for the whole day, even walking, you balance your whole weight on it, stubbing your toe, and you're just feeling, and that's just an expression of what you feel like. You feel like pain, and when they shout at you, please stop doing that. Please, just please stop doing that. It's really frustrating, and you feel really bad when someone talks to you in a bad way. And I was listening to the radio when they said, why do you treat grown-ups like children? Like when let's say they come and start shouting at a parent, and on the radio they clearly stated, why do they treat them like children? They clearly stated that they treat them badly. You should think more about your child more than you think. Say, stop treating me like a kid. What do they mean by that? A kid's treated badly? Are they? Because I feel very bad when other children like feel they're unimportant. Because one day you can find the kid that you mistreated to be the president or a very rich person. You can even own like big factories that make your books and your life better. And when you mistreat a person, they'll grow up to be better than you in every single way. When you mistreat a kid, they'll actually come back and be higher in a level of capability than you.